Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for attending this webinar from PTC and Edutech on connecting academia and industry. As a quick introduction, let me start by introducing myself. My name is Shamima Parveen. I am the co-founder and CEO of Edutech, and I'm very glad to again welcome you all today. And very quickly about Edutech before we start, for those of you who may not know about Edutech, Edutech was established in 1991, envisioning the role of technology that can be used in transforming education. We serve academic institutions with hands-on and technology-based learning solutions that are used across classrooms, libraries, innovation centers, STEAM labs, science and engineering labs in educational campuses and organizations worldwide. I thought we can start the day today by talking about some of the future job personas that was referenced in a 2018 study by Deloitte. But before that, I don't think many of us, or at least myself, would have thought about today's jobs that are in circulation even 5 years back. Jobs like social media manager, or a data scientist, or virtual reality consultant, or a user experience expert didn't exist just even a few years back. And hence, these future job personas that are being referred to in the study would maybe come as a surprise to some, but maybe not to everyone. A digital twin engineer, maybe a smart QA manager, a smart scheduler, drone data coordinator, predictive supply analyst, smart factory manager, robot teaming coordinator, safety smart supervisor, digital offering, UAM flight controller, and there are many. This is actually a very interesting study that not only just gives these titles of job personas, but goes ahead and describes in detail the skills that are required and even a day in the life of a particular job profile as well. So having seen these kind of jobs that are coming up in the world today, we are also seeing what's happening in our own societies. Well, if you see in the GCC countries specifically, we see an increase with forward-looking government policies that are focused on developing non-oil industrial sector, with one of the main pillars for continued prosperity being investing in physical industrial infrastructure and also in related education requirements for that. Broadly speaking, also countries in the region are looking to expand private sector employment into more private sector industrial employment, also at the competitive wages, because we do have to compete in a global scale. To do so, digital manufacturing is thought to be key. And connecting academia with such industrial changes is a challenge. While much has been said about the gaps that exist between academia and industry, and steps are being taken to both bridge these chasms, the gaps are increasing also due to the rapid developments due to digital transformation in the industries that we saw earlier with job personas coming up. While many steps are being addressed, like workplace exposure, apprenticeships, etc., we can also start with key skills for digital manufacturing, such as embedding computer skills for a CNC job, like a machine operator, or interacting with CAD/CAM experts or engineering or manufacturing softwares. At an advanced level, you can also be leading up to setting up centers of excellence. We are actually really lucky today to have a guest speaker from NIET in India who will talk about the experience of setting up centers of excellence at his institution. So I'd like to also introduce PTC, who is going to be talking more about how they can help academia bridge these gaps. From PTC are Kamal Batra and Ashwani Mural, who are going to be talking about their solutions specifically for academic institutions and universities. We're also very glad to welcome our special guests from two institutions, Mr. Raman Batra from the Naidu Institute of Engineering and Technology from India, and Mr. Syed Murtaza, lab specialist from Khalifa University. From PTC and Edutech, we would like to contribute towards your investing your time today by providing 10 lucky participants, but not just lucky, but also active participants with a 1-year free educational enterprise subscriptions for 500 students with the OnShape CAD software. Now, there's a certain qualifications for it. Licenses will be issued to the institute and for use for student usages only. And the selection will be done by the PTC team based who are attending these sessions. The hint is, while you don't have to get all the right answers, you'll have to have an active participation in the poll questions to be able to get this prize. So wish you all the good luck in winning this for your institutions.
Yeah. Okay, so what I will be talking about today is a quick introduction to what PTC is, so that we can set the context, and also an introduction, little bit more about how we are contributing to the academic world in terms of creating the talent and capacity for the future industrial, next industrial revolution, I would say, on IIoT. So, Ashwini, can you flip the slide, please?
Yeah.
So talking about market trends which are driving industrial disruption is one. World Economic Forum says that there will be 10 million jobs with manufacturing organization, and there are, in fact, lots of jobs which cannot be filled today. And on the other side, there is so much of joblessness. So on that front, it is only due to the growing skill gap. Another piece which is there by JP Morgan is that most of the companies and businesses will be pressured with the risk and cost. So COVID was one of those which was totally unforeseen risk, but it has put a lot of pressure on most of the manufacturing companies, as you can see. In the digital disruption, in terms of the churn on Standard and Poor's, the way you saw Shamima's presentation, that the type of jobs will change, similarly, the type of products which are coming into the market will change, which means half of 500 firms on Standard and Poor and 500 firm list will change in next 10 years. So that is how the market disruption will really happen. And the driver of that disruption is digital. As you can see, the companies with most net worth are the ones who are digitally advanced. Tesla has more market, presence, or I wouldn't say presence, but market valuation than Ford, which is a 100-year-old company. So that's how these new companies are replacing and changing the overall scenario of the complete business scenario. I would say the business way, the way business is done. Next slide, Ashwani. And then I would still like to put a quote from Jim Happelman, who's our CEO. And he said that you can't put the genie back into the bottle. And genie is out. Digital disruption and digital technology. People have got taste. Industry has got taste. COVID pushed it up. And people have got taste on how productivity can be improved by SaaS, cloud, digital technologies coming to save them and help them, while making sure that there is employee mobility, employee flexibility. Employees can still continue to, majority of employees can still continue to work from home while driving those production. and it gives the flexibility to the enterprise to manage their workforce better and still maintain that productivity. So they would love to continue with that kind of trend because that is the better way of doing business, I would say. Next. So what are the four capabilities for thriving into new normal? First, desk workforce mobility and resiliency. You can have your desk at any place, whether it is your home, your office, location, which is maybe a simple workspace or anywhere else. And still, with the digital technologies in place, which are there, you should be able to work effectively. Innovative and flexible supply chains, industries will ask for that, will look for that, because a flexible supply chain doesn't really create a glut of material at one location and keeps the production lines running, and at the same time brings efficiency of just in time supply for the raw material as well. Another piece is frontline work for frontline workforce connectivity and collaboration, which is very essential because there will continue to be some people who will continue to work remote, and they should be able to support the frontline workforce effectively while sitting remotely, and that will be only done through effective technology like maybe Zoom or augmented reality more effectively in our industrial scenario. And we will, look at one of the examples in our presentation further from now. Another piece is remote monitoring of products and factories. With most of the workers going remote, the factories will be more and more autonomous, and remote monitoring of products and factories will be a reality, and that's where the remote workers will sit and monitor majority of the functions. Next. So time to transform is now. So what do we need to do? We already have physical. Let's bring digital into the picture, merge them like yin and yang, and then make sure that we get digital transformation, which is the means by which industrial companies capitalize on physical digital convergence. They already have physical infrastructure in place. They need to put the right digital infrastructure in place, and no better, no one is positioned better than academic institutions right now to recommend to industry to train the students, build that talent so that industries can adopt to the right technologies at right time, at right pace, and still maintaining their business continuity. And that's very essential in the given new normal, I would say. So how will that happen? Physical digital convergence. So physical digital convergence will happen on people, products, processes, and places. How? We will have on people front increased workforce mobility and collaboration. On products, there will be always product will be differentiated on whether they can be remotely optimized, managed, and a product will be looked at as an asset, and any equipment should be one should be able to monitor them or manage them remotely as well. In terms of processes, the processes will change based on the new reality, and there has to be breakthrough for efficiency and flexibility of operations. Coordination of work within spaces and optimization of work sites, that will also happen. Lots of companies are re-looking at realigning their workspaces in terms of creating more space, more differentiation, and still being able to accommodate people by bringing them in on alternate days or something like that. And that is going to continue in a foreseeable future. So that would continue to happen, and we need to make sure to tell them what is the right way or educate them on the right way, and then align our students on the new normal of working into the industry. So how do we turn this possibility into reality? That's where we as PTC are committed to. We are close to 1.25 billion global software company, headquarters in Boston, Massachusetts, USA. We have been there since 35 years. Started with our first CAD product, which was Pro Engineer, and now we have presence in 30 plus countries. We are the industry leader in IoT, AR, CAD, PLM, SPM, SLM solutions. We have more than 28,000 active customers, close to 6,000 employees spread across the globe. We have we are strategic technology partner to world leading manufacturing companies, and we have strategic technology partners across the world who are the system integrators and the technology companies like HP, Microsoft, Rockwell, ANSYS, as our partner technology partners, as well as we have service partners like Accenture, TCS, Infosys, Capgemini, and many more. So we are listed in NASDAQ with the symbol PTC, and currently we are at around 10 billion of market value. In terms of length and breadth of our customers, you can see we are spread across aerospace, defense, automotive, retail, medical devices, all across. So wherever there's a discrete manufacturing required, we will need to have a PTC product there. That's what I can say. So PTC Academic, a quick view on what we have. We are currently working across the world with more than 2,500 universities and institutions, close to 25,000 K-12. We reach out every year to close to 10 million students in various geographies and close to 4,500 educators. Why? Because we believe that we should be able to prepare tomorrow's innovators for the workforce with the early knowledge of solution used by world leaders, so they are much more attuned, much more accustomed to what happens in the industry or what will come in future in the industry, and they're ready to face those challenges in the industry. How analysts look at us in terms of Forrester, Gartner, IDC, Greenlight, Quadrant, ABI, as you can see, they all look at us as the front runner in various spaces in IIoT, AR, service part management, PLM, CAD, and all those areas where we are a much respected vendor across the board. Also, we have been working with the various institutes on working on creating information for the industry to follow and become and operate as a thought leader, like Harvard Business Review. Uh, there have been 3 articles in Harvard Business Review consequently since 2014 to 2017, written by Dr. Michael Porter and our CEO James Happelman on how augmented reality will change the future of the industry. With Architech in Germany, we are really involved in the setup of Industry 4.0 center, as well as working with them on Industry 4.0 maturity index. In China, we are clearly working with market leaders like Huawei and others and are mentioned. And lots of inputs have gone from PTC on China Industrial Internet Maturity Index. And so is with the Manufacturing Leadership Council on a practical guide how to deliver digital impact, and with BCG on why IoT and AR is the best way that companies can boost their bottom line. And all that knowledge can be brought to all the academic institutions that partner with us.
Yeah.
So I'll hand it over to Ashwani to talk more about our product portfolio in terms of how it completes the cycle of industrial innovation. Thank you, Ash.
Thank you, Kamal. I'll take you through to the product portfolio of PTC. So I welcome you again from my side. So I'll quickly run through, and might be a little fast because of the time constraint. And PTC portfolio is quite big to explain each and every technology. So I'll try to touch upon just on the product portfolio, and I would love to break in between if you have any particular questions. and later I'll explain more if you need during our Q&A session. So with that, so let me take you to our digital landscape of any industry. Before I start any going in detail in PTC product line, how industry works. So it can be any industry. So we start with, let's say, voice of customer, where they have some concept in their mind. So they work on the concept level. They create a design, 2D design, and convert it into 3D. It goes to different design level, analysis level. They do structural thermal analysis. They decide on the EBOM, MBOM. So work with CAD, PLM, or ERP solution. Same way at the CAD level itself, where they're using PTC Creo, they can do the 3D printing or a rapid prototyping. Also, with the help of augmented reality, they can connect this 3D design with the physical model also. And with physical model on the right side, if you see, we can do the remote monitoring, that how the the performance of engine at any particular point of time, and whether your vehicle needs servicing or any part is not working specifically at any point of time using PTC ThingWorks solutions. We can control those assets also. Apart from it, we have digital twin, where let's say our vehicle is moving or our machine is working in the lab, and at any point of time how the parts are moving we can see in our software interface as well. So on the right side, if you will see the physical world, so it can be a two-wheeler, it can be a four-wheeler industry, or aerospace industry, shipyard industry. So the processes of all the industries or segments are same. So industry can change. So that's how industry works. So I just wanted to take you through so that like we can explain how PTC solutions are present at various level. So with that, let me take you to our IoT based product development system. So we start with the design engineering. So we work as low as the concept level, concept designing. We do the freeform designing, reverse engineering also, or engineering calculation. Same way we work on the 3D modeling. Then at the engineering level, we do the simulation. So simulation, we work on structural thermal, but now in collaboration with NCS, we have CFD analysis also in Creo 7.0. I'll talk about it a little bit in detail in next couple of slides. Then we can do the prototyping also, the additive manufacturing or 3D printing. So that includes your design and engineering. Once your design is ready, we go to manufacturing level, and manufacturing we work on the tooling design, what tools are required to build that job, or the industry automation. We work with that modular manufacturing controls. We work on the quality of the design which will be prepared or manufactured in the plant. Once the product is designed, manufactured, then comes your service part. So PTC have service solutions for supply chain management, service lifecycle management. We take control that, okay, how part is behaving, how part is working. So we have solution which monitor the design of the product, or how the product is working, how the maintenance will be done, the plant maintenance will be done. So once the services, apart from services, then we have your IoT solutions. We have collaboration with Microsoft Azure. We have solutions with just a moment. So PTC market segment. So we are present in CAD. CAD is our flagship product. PTC started in 1985 with Pro Engineer,
Ashwini,
where
the
we,
presentation stopped.
oh, sorry. Is it visible now? Sorry for that.
Yep.
Thanks. So we have a market segment like CAD. We started our company in 1985 with Pro Engineer as the parametric solutions in the market, and our name was also Parametric Technology Corporation that time. Then we are the world leader in smart manufacturing or Industry 4.0 with combination of digital twin or digital thread. How in a combination of PTC product, industries are getting benefited and they're making smart connected products. IoT is again, we have PTC ThingWorks solutions, so which is again adopted by the market, and we have a good number of percentage of share. PLM, we are a world leader again, product lifecycle management. We have PTC Windchill. Similarly, we have for solutions for service lifecycle management or supply chain management, and augmented reality. We have different solutions. So I'll cover a few of them in my next slides. So let me take you to our CAD solution. So Creo 7.0 is our latest version for CAD. And apart from the basic designing, 3D designing or analysis, the new features which have been added is the real-time simulation. You can do your IoT driven design as well, your AR collaboration. So now when we talk the latest emerging technology available in the market, we talk about advanced material, we talk about advanced analytics or blockchain or 3D printing, digital design. So that's how like these are inbuilt in Creo 7.0. And starting from the OEM in the manufacturing segment or the segments, our customer base, with OEM or at tier 1 or tier 2 suppliers. So the software is being used at different levels, and they create different parts in the industries. So let me take you a little bit more in detail. So in Creo 7.0, these are the three technologies which we have implemented, which is generative design, real-time simulation, and additive manufacturing. So let me just show you probably 1 minute video on each one of them so that you'll have better understanding how these technologies are working, how generative design is powerful in Creo 7.0. So with that, just a small video on generative design.
Product design is changing. So should your CAD software. Introducing Creo 7.0, the most innovative and powerful 3D CAD software on the market today. Creo 7.0 introduces AI-driven generative design, helping you to deliver your best designs in less time. Simply specify your engineering requirements, and the generative engine automatically produces manufacturable designs. And unlike other CAD systems, the generative design capabilities in Creo 7.0 support parametric changes, allowing for seamless iterative design development. Additionally, both additive and traditional manufacturing approaches can be effortlessly applied. The Generative Topology Optimization extension helps you deliver innovative products, replacing ineffective carryover features with breakthrough designs. Just set your design loads, constraints, material, and manufacturing method, and the software quickly optimizes your design for weight, safety factor, displacement, or temperature. The result is full B-rep geometry that can be further analyzed and manipulated within the Creo design environment. And you can easily adjust your constraints and requirements to explore other options. Creo's cloud-based generative design extension takes the process a step further. You can use the power of the cloud to evaluate multiple design scenarios simultaneously. Of the numerous possible outcomes, the generative design extension automatically identifies the top options, including those you may not have considered, so you can quickly evaluate and select your best design solution. Sharpen your competitive edge with Creo Generative Design and enjoy improved performance, innovation, and time to market. With Creo 7.0, everyone can reap the benefits of generative design. Product design is changing, so should your CAD software. Creo 7.0, the future of how you design.
Yeah. With that, we have collaboration with ANSYS, as Kamal mentioned, and we have implemented fluid simulation in Creo, and it's quite powerful. So while you are designing, so meanwhile this analysis also you can do side by side.
Product design is changing. So should your CAD software. Introducing Creo 7.0, the most innovative and powerful 3D CAD software on the market today. Creo Simulation Live introduced groundbreaking real-time simulation capabilities for thermal, structural, and modal analysis. Now in Creo 7.0, we've added fluid flow simulation. Directly integrated within the Creo environment, Creo Simulation Live will now give you instantaneous fluid flow analysis without the need to be a CFD expert. As you make changes to your geometry, analysis results will update dynamically. Creo Simulation Live's fluid flow analysis capabilities are fast, intuitive, and powerful, helping you to design better products faster. Creo 7.0 includes new capabilities and productivity improvements to Creo Simulation Live. You now have support for thin wall parts and transient thermal studies, which give you more insight into the real-world performance of your product. Improvements in plotting and graphing make analysis results easier to interpret, and workflow and UI enhancements will make you more productive than ever before. Creo Simulation Live is the analysis tool of choice for design engineers, and these improvements make it more efficient, powerful, and easy to use. Product design is changing, so should your CAD software. Creo 7.0, the future of how you design.
Yeah. And the additive manufacturing. So I'll just quickly skip some part so that
Product design is changing, so should your CAD software. Introducing Creo 7.0, the most innovative and powerful market today. Additive manufacturing is changing the way products are designed and produced. Creo already offers the most comprehensive suite of additive manufacturing capabilities in the market today, and Creo 7.0 continues this innovation. Stochastic lattices are useful for producing medical devices and products which require heat transfer applications or shock absorption. In Creo 7.0, you can now both create stochastic lattices that follow hard edges and develop them with triangular mesh structures using the Delaunay algorithm. Lastly, custom cell improvements give you the flexibility to create lattice structures based on non-BREP geometry to better serve your needs. Creo 7.0 also features significant enhancements for traditional or subtractive computer-aided manufacturing processes, starting with support for Swiss-type turning machines in Creo's NC suite. This is especially useful for a broad range of high-throughput production operations. Creo 7.0 also features several productivity and UI improvements, including support for multiple go-home positions for advanced machine types, eliminating the need for lengthy custom commands, and synchronized toolpath highlighting, making it easier to visualize sequences in a clear and simple way while you work. Product design is changing, so should your CAD software. Creo 7.0, the future of how you design.
So this was about Creo. So we have the other solution, which is MathCAD. So MathCAD is a digital engineering notebook for doing all your engineering calculation and manage your design intent. So it's just like a whiteboard. So you can write your equation, you can solve it in clicks, and it is very useful in the industry. It's very efficient, and for example, I would like to mention that, okay, NASA do complete their calculation on MathCAD. So in one of their project earlier, they had some minor mistake in the Excel calculation, and now they have shifted to MathCAD for more accuracy and efficiency in the system. We have Windchill. Windchill is our product lifecycle management software. So when we are designing anything, so when we are developing any product, so it goes through the different, I would say, processes. It starts with plan, then we have some concepts where we do sketches or some CAD layouts, then it'll go to design where we'll work on 3D models, or we do some simulation, some calculation. We'll create engineering bill of material. Some part design team, they might send back the design to concept level for doing some changes. Similarly, once it is done, then it will go to for validation. They'll create some prototype, they'll test the results, and after that they'll go to production, where they'll also work on the different tooling required to manufacture that part. and finally support. So starting starting from plan to so production, it goes to various level, and there is a lot of changes from the different departments. So Windchill takes care of the complete product design system. It manages the BOM management and the design management. So just one more slide on it, that okay, what more we can do with Windchill. So it manages the multi-CAD data management, so whether it is documentation part or your model based communication. Similarly, project management, you can do your manufacturing, where it ensure that okay, the repeatability and the scale, MBOM, process planning, the work instructions. So that's how, starting from the CAD management to bill of material to different supplier managements. In a product also, there are different parts also, it manages the parts classification as well. So that's how industries are getting benefited with PTC Windchill solution. Just a small video on it, so for a better understanding. With that, let me take you to our next solution for Internet of Things, which is PTC ThingWorks software. So today world, there is no question that okay, industrial IoT is rapidly transforming business. In a recent, I would say, IDG research study publishing this spring, over 72% of companies interviewed acknowledge that a digital business model is critical for success. Digital business model is a model of the business that reflects some level of digital transformation through substantially improved analytics, much more extensive use of business intelligence or implementation of IoT. So this way, I would say 50 billion connected devices are there today, but up to 4 to 5 billion are expecting, and half of this number is directly attributed to industrial IoT. Uh, Another 43 zettabytes of data monthly being streamed through cloud data centers by 2020 versus approximately 4 zettabyte today. So that's how the industry is moving. Within industrial IoT, the number one use case, I would say over 79% of current respondents mentioned to a recent IoT analytics survey is prescriptive machine maintenance. So today, machine downtime is both expensive and disruptive to manufacturing processes. So they never break the way you plan for them. So it causes expensive firefighting. Parts on hand are not the right parts. Multiple trips it requires to repair these issues, and many organizations see this application as a way to score a quick win with the IoT. So it saves a lot of time and money, and it increases yield. So earlier there were two different worlds when we say a digital world and physical world, and this, with the help of ThingWorks, or this is how the Internet of Things come together, and they make the technology solution that transforms the way product were managed or created. So this is again with yin and yang, our logo, that both world, whether it is a digital or physical, they coexist with each other and they work together. So can we afford this platform? So while there are a lot of products today that claim to solve the technical challenges inherent in implementing IoT, they provide little to no assistance with the tools to implement them. So they need to be stitched together with whatever else exists in the environment. Given the depth and the breadth of devices, interface, and protocols found in the operational environment, this can quickly become a resource intensive and expensive challenges. So given the lack of IoT design and application tools, both the number of people and the skill you need to assemble or to build more than a simple single use application are significant. So we are already hitting the first major bump on the road to IoT. A number of organizations that committed to do this on their own are now looking at the number of people and amount of money they have spent somewhere in shock. So let me take you a little bit more in detail. That okay? ThingWorks drive industrial innovation through 5 phases that mention in green color. So source, when we say source, so it incorporate and aggregate data from anywhere, from any device, directly from sensor product or systems, from PLC, IoT gateways on the factory floor. So it can be from existing product clouds, from your 3D design, your engineering systems, or from other business systems like CRM or ERP. So it can be anything. The data can come from anywhere. Then contextualize, we will structure that data in a way that makes sense. So we organize digital data from your physical systems and products and enrich it with additional data like 3D geometry. We do this very well, and our Thing model is a differentiator here. Synthesize, it gain valuable insight. Analyze, simulate, and predict physical product and system behavior and performance using included analytics capabilities on third-party tool. Orchestrate, it drive action and results in physical and digital systems. So it will automate the process that connects business system data, product, and the physical operations. When we say engage, it engage people to better perform and make decisions. Clearly present relevant, compelling information or desktop. It can be web and mobile application as well. So this is a cutting edge augmented reality experience. Like many people at different level, they want to see the problem in a very different way. If it is relative to to a department, then probably the head of the department would like to have more detailed view of the problem. Whereas if it is a CEO, so he would like to have a more aerial view of the plant or the factory. So tomorrow, if students are working or learning these technologies, and they'll go out in the market, so all these segments, whether you talk about energy, you talk about smart cities or consumer goods, whether it is connected homes, retail, oil and gas, everywhere. So these technologies are changing their processes. And students, when they'll go out in the industry tomorrow, they'll understand that the technology they have learned today, they'll find the same technology in the industry and it will be very useful for them. So with that, I'd like to show you a small video how industries are using PTC ThingWorks solutions and managing their operations.
IoT-driven innovation empowers industrial enterprise to solve the new, complex challenges of a changing global marketplace. Executed well, the right solution can turn the promise of industrial IoT into a powerful reality. No matter what stage of the IoT journey, there are opportunities and questions. How do you jumpstart that innovation engine? Establish connected operations that yield high return. Extract data insights for users at every touch point. And how do you optimize these IoT-enabled insights to gain competitive advantage? PTC's ThingWorx brings together the functionality, flexibility, and scalability you need to meet the pace and demands of the ever-changing digital world. ThingWorx securely connects thousands of devices, from small-scale edge deployments to advanced enterprise-scale ones, all with a single source of versatile data. Its easy-to-use interface helps users at all levels build and access custom IoT solutions that not only solve lingering inefficiencies, but drive a new generation of innovation. ThingWorx helps you effectively and efficiently manage the volume of data IoT captures, producing valuable insights and analytics about your products, from predictive maintenance to real-time alerts and course corrections. ThingWorx relies on elegant and adaptable UI, custom dashboards, and cutting-edge augmented reality to ensure your information connects with the right person in the right format at the right time. Recognized by experts for its ability to drive industrial innovation, ThingWorx is revolutionizing the way companies solve the complex challenges of today as they build for tomorrow.
So let me take you to our next technology, augmented reality. So with the help of augmented reality, actually we work on digital twin, we work on the machines, and in the design, the software format as well. So with the help of Microsoft HoloLenses, how we are doing it. So let me take you through. And before that what augmented reality is and what other solution we have. Let's understand how industries are using and how it is changing, starting from a 2D drawing to we can visualize the industry, how the machine is working in the industry. Sorry. In fact, you can do your self-service as well when you're using any machine, or it's an example of a vehicle. So I'll
vehicle
just
that the maintenance is to be performed on. The maintainer will automatically be alerted to any relevant warnings and cautions as they perform the routine inspection. In this example, the maintainer is being alerted to the fact that the tyre pressure monitoring system has detected low pressure in the vehicle's tyre. In order to rectify that problem, the maintainer will now be directed to the relevant maintenance procedure to replace the tyre on this vehicle. On a special mission vehicle or a tactical vehicle, something as relatively simple as changing a tyre can actually be quite a complex procedure that involves multiple pieces of support equipment and the lifting of heavy objects. So there is a safety element to doing this procedure correctly. In this example, the maintainer is directed how to use the winch, where to affix it to the tyre, and the correct way to attach and lift and remove the tyre from the vehicle. Also, the use of any additional tools such as wrenches or drills can be factored into the augmentation to ensure that the maintainer is using the correct tool for the job. This type of task-based augmentation can be used when needed as a job performance aid, or can be used as just-in-time training before a mechanic or operator attempts this procedure. This will ensure that the procedure is done correctly.
So we have very less time, so let me explain it this way. We'll not have much time to show you videos, but if you have any questions, we'll love to take it. So we have 4 different solutions when we say Vuforia Studio, as you have already seen. So you can visualize the machine and how it will work. When we say expert capture, so industry, they can, when anybody is coming, new joining is coming, so they can record this session that, okay, how this machine will operate. And let's say they need to build an engine. So with the help of HoloLens, it will guide you what will be the next step. You need to open these buttons or these nuts and bolts. You need to place the next part like this. So it will guide you step by step in Vuforia Expert Capture. In Vuforia Chalk, you can do the remote assistance. Let's say you are sitting in Dubai, we are sitting in India, and there are some challenges that your industry or machine is facing. So when you'll scan the barcode on that machine, we can take a remote control from you, and we can guide you from here that, okay, go to this side and press this button whether this part is working or not. So the customer support is much faster now, and we can reach out to customer at a very early stage. Otherwise, like, we need to apply for a visa, or some person will visit you, it might take 2-3 days time. So with the help of Vuforia Chalk, you can solve the problems in rather than hours, rather than number of days. In Vuforia Engine, it shows the different variant of a product when you are having a machine. Let's say if you'll go to Porsche, so they'll have a model, and when we are going in a showroom, there are different colors of same variant. So with the help of Vuforia Engine, if there is one color available in the showroom, we can visualize it that, okay, if it is black color, how it will look like in with the white color variant or the different other colors. So the sorry, that's how the Vuforia technology works. And this is about Vuforia Studio. We can work with the help of HoloLenses. It improves the quality inspection and assembly. The customer satisfaction is much more higher. So I'll skip the video and I'll just touch upon the next part. So which is expert capture. So this is how you capture with the help of HoloLens 1. And in HoloLens 2, you can in fact select the part or assembly with a blink of your eye. So I'm skipping the video. Vuforia Engine, again, it increases the brand value and differentiation. The inventory control industry need to manage is very less with the help of this solution, and very effective for the industry. Just let me take you to Vuforia Chalk. Again, the remote assistance.
Connect for support or training. First, employees can share a live view of their workspace with an expert or coworker.
The waste valve here. Now that that's closed, you can turn on your surface wash valve, which is here.
Okay, got it.
Both people can draw on the world and work together as if they are together. And thanks to Vuforia augmented reality technology, simple instructions help you solve complex problems the first time, reducing equipment downtime and improving your bottom line. Chalk is ideal for service and training, and for other forms of collaboration too.
Okay, and lower the tongue, and let's lose this eyelid.
It's easy for your team to work together or give feedback from almost anywhere in the world, saving you time and money.
So that was about AR solutions. Onshape is our latest acquisition. We acquired this company last year, and this is the first solution which is completely cloud-based solution. It was available in the market long back. The first version of Onshape, it is for CAD solution. You can do your design, your part or assembly, and it has many features which over any other CAD solution. You don't need to install anything. Everything is on cloud. And today, as we announced in starting of our session, that we'll be offering it to few of the attendees for the colleges and universities free of cost to support the COVID situation and for students' benefit. So it supports, like, you can do many things which is quite difficult in the other CAD platform. So you can save the document. You don't work on the file. We call it as a document in Onshape. And you can import it or export it to other CAD platform as well. So there is no crash while you are designing, because every time you are designing anything, it is automatically getting saved on cloud. There's no installation. You don't need high-end machines or your hardware configuration. You don't need graphic cards. You can run it on your iPads. You can run it on your Chromebooks or in fact your mobiles as well. So very useful, and colleges and universities are they're getting benefited. They're running students CAD classes on it, and they're very happy about it. So that's all from my side. So just a recap of this session, that what should we do today for the students so that they are more industry relevant tomorrow, and they'll get the right value carry with them while joining an industry and starting their career. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much. And we are a little late, but we'll still be open for any questions you have. Thank you once again.